Okay. So there's nobody here yet. This is my very first stream, but I might be uploading this onto YouTube or some other platform. So just so that, you know, you can access the recipes. I am going to be making several things today. I'm going to be making roast chicken dinner because it's Sunday and I've got half the chicken waiting for me to prep and cook it. I'm going to be making a chocolate cake, very low calorie chocolate cake. It's going to be under 80 calories a slice, nice chunky slice. I'm going to be making some blue cheese sauce, blue cheese dressing, which is also very low calorie. And I like to make as well some crab stick salad, which I love to have hanging around in the fridge because it's just something it's tasty, it's creamy, and it helps me when I come back from the show, when I come back from work, and there's something nice and what would be the word? Comfort foods type thing, sitting waiting for me, so I don't, you know, hit the snacks as soon as I get home, absolutely ravenous from work. It's quite physical, my job. So anyway, I'm actually, believe it or not, this is not the salad. I have some sauerkraut here. And this is going to be for my cake, chocolate cake. Bear with me, this does work. It just gives it a really, really good taste, and you couldn't notice there's cabbage in there or vinegar or anything, it just works. So anyway, I've measured out 100 grams. Funnily enough, the cake is actually, I do most of my baking in an Instapot. I don't really have a proper oven. It's a tiny apartment, and I have a knockoff Instapot that I got for €10 from Facebook Marketplace, and so I do a lot of my baking in that. It really works. And it's good because it's an automatic timer, and you know, you just forget about it. Just throw in the stuff and forget about it. So anyway, this cake actually has very, very little fat. It's got the fat of 1 egg, and I might put some oil in it afterwards. This is egg whites. So between the egg and the whites, there's going to be a total of 200 grams of miscellaneous egg liquid. And actually, I'll put these in the fridge now. Don't need any more of that. Need to buy more egg whites. I would have bought more, but it's actually bank holiday here in Spain. Because, you know, Easter. It's a little bit different Easter here than it is in like the English-speaking world. Because here we've had a bunch of processions, very, very religious, although most of the people are kind of in it for like the social status, you know, they kind of enjoy getting dressed up and showing off in front of their friends and trying to look rich. But, hello darling, hello. Alright, it's cuddle time. Oh, this is Delilah. 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 That's a Freddie Mercury song, Queen song actually. And she wants attention. I have to wash my hands now. Anyway, Easter is more up to a lead. It's a lead up towards this weekend. In fact, so it's all the big stuff's been happening over the week, and so it's bank holiday. It was bank holiday yesterday, bank holiday today as well, and although some places actually bank holiday on Monday, but anyway, I'm going to be making some noise now. Actually, I'm going to put in all my liquid ingredients together. This hasn't got any sugar in it, but I'm using, is this on backwards for you? Oh no, it's on frontwards. So this is my sugar substitute, and I'm going to be putting in 15 millilitres. Muchas gracias, cariño. Actually, I'm going to put in a little bit more. I like 15 grams. That's the cat misbehaving. That's all my liquid ingredients, so I'm going to put my stick blender in this now. Smells horrible. Eggs and sauerkraut. You know, what do you do? What do you expect? Alright. Really need it very well blended. I don't want to be finding bits of cabbage in your cake. Fine enough to me. Right, so I'm going to keep on weighing now. I'm using, I've always used regular cocoa, and I recently bought some Dutch processed cocoa off of Amazon. I can't really find it in the shops here in Spain. But I did decide to get some in Amazon, and I've got mixed feelings, actually. It does have that smoothness, but then I miss the kick from, you know, the more acidic cocoa. Anyway, I'm going to be using a total of 110 grams of powder. So I've put in, you can put in as much flour cocoa ratio as you want, really. I'm going to be using, I don't really have much white flour left, so I'm going to be using wholemeal, because I've got plenty of that. I don't use that as much. So everything together is going to be 110 grams of powder. Almost there. 104, 113. All right, that'll do. And I think that's going to be about, this is half a tablespoon, I think. And it's going to be about 15-16 grams of baking raising agent. I wouldn't know what to say if it's baking powder or baking soda. That's too much. It's going to have to stay like that now because otherwise I'm going to be putting flour out as well. Anyhow. Now I always put salt in cakes, in chocolate recipes, I beg your pardon, not in cakes, but in chocolate cake and any chocolate recipe. But the sauerkraut has obviously got its own saltiness, so I will taste this after I've mixed it. I think it wants more salt and more sweetener, actually. Let's see if this is enough. That's nice. Okay. I put my motor away. Oh, my secret weapon. I've actually got another cake sitting in the fridge. It's a raspberry flavoured one. I've actually got, because this comes out, obviously, so you can wash it, what have you. But I have this silicone thing that I like to put down, so because the resistance is obviously at the bottom, I don't want such hard heat right at the bottom because I don't want it to be, you know, it changes the texture, it's going to make it drier. So I put this out. I cut this out myself from a mould that I don't use anymore because I don't have an oven in which to use it. It was a flan mould. But anyway, this is the good bit. It's just some lining paper. I think you might call it parchment paper in the US or in other countries. We used to use greaseproof paper in the UK, but I don't think that happens anymore. So what I'm going to do is just shove this in. And then there's a lot less washing up to do, and I don't have to grease the pan or anything. That'll do. Right. So, meow, Lucky, that's the other cat. We've got two pussycats, Delilah and Lucky, I think wants to go out onto the windowsill, which might be closed. Let me just check. Yep, there you go. The window was closed. This house is on the ground floor of a great big apartment complex, and despite the weather being lovely and that, I tend to keep the windows closed a lot because there's just so many neighbours walking past all the time and they're noisy. They're so noisy. The thing is, our next door neighbours, they're very popular. They got a lot of friends and they got a lot of social life. And they're noisy and they have barbecues and get-togethers and gatherings and what have you at the front door. It's not like a garden or anything, it's on the front door on the pavement. And so we're not as exciting in this house. So we tend to keep our P's and Q's to ourselves and the windows closed, so because we hate noise. I don't like noise. Anyway, I wonder if I can show you. Yep, this is it, just sitting in the bottom of the thing. So I'm going to, it's got different programs on it and there's actually a program on it called Cake. So I'll use that. Although I am going to plug it in over there. I've got another plug right there. I think you can see that. Another socket. And I'll do it over here so I can keep prepping over on this side. Okay. You make your noise. Right. Actually, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to do it on another plug because I'm going to want to. I'm going to do some potatoes. Oh no, I'll be doing potatoes in the microwave. Okay. Yes, definitely doing it here. Stick it on cake. Get it straight. So let it do its thing. So the program, the cake program is like 30 minutes long, but it's going to be a bit longer because it takes a while to heat up. But the good thing is I can just sort of like forget about it, you know, which is pretty good. Anyway, so cake is done. Well, cake is doing. Right, what's next? Put this away. I'm going to show you the cake that I've got made at the moment. So it's the same recipe. It's the same basic recipe, liquid to powder ratio, except I didn't put any oil in it this time. Normally I put like a measure like this of oil, like 10 grams of oil, like less than a tablespoon. And it does make it, you know, richer, but you know, it'll be nice without it as well. That's fine. This is a raspberry one I made very recently. I know the colour's funky, but like, yeah, it's all right for, you know, low calorie lifestyle. It hits the sweet tooth. Don't feel deprived, which is my point. I like to eat all sorts of stuff. I don't feel like I'm being left out on anything, you know. Anyway, next, I want to do blue cheese dressing. or sauce, should I say. And this is low calorie as well. So I'll get all my ingredients together. And yep, get all my ingredienti together. And a mixing receptacle. I'm going to do it right in the little cup where I'm going to store it and serve it. Right, cool. So, I'm going to make it right in here, and it's the main ingredient is this yogurt. It's extremely high protein and very low calorie, and it's thick. It's thick like Greek yogurt, but I don't know, I think it's even thicker. So let me just get rid of, right, it is thick as, yeah, this just to prove me wrong, I think they've sent it a little bit more liquid, made it a little bit more liquid. Anyway, this is going to have blue cheese, in this case is Roquefort. Now obviously blue cheese is terribly fattening, all cheeses are. This is 365 calories for 100 grams, and these are 25 grams each. And I'm going to be using half of one of these, so it's going to be like 12.5 grams of cheese or so. But what are all these people? Hey Denise, Emily Falkreath, hiya. Hello. So what's happening? Where are you guys coming from? Like, this is my very first time streaming. I've never done this before. I better face the camera. What is happening? 14 raiders. Does that mean you've been sent through from another channel? Somebody's kindly said, hey, come and check out this channel. Yeah, it is my very first stream. That is so cool. I'm cooking, basically. I'm meal prepping. I'm making low calorie food, which is how I kind of, yes, it is cute, misterio rojo. This is my area, one of my main areas of interest is low calorie cooking, but making it yummy. So just finish your stream, so bringing all your folks to come and say hello and show you some support. Thank you, that's really cheered me up. I've been on my own up till now, and I thought, I'm sure that maybe somebody on YouTube, when I load this up to YouTube, will see it. I'm making blue cheese dressing, low calorie blue cheese sauce, dipping sauce, dressing, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to use it for. What do you do, Emily? Emily Falkreath. Did I say that right? Falkreath? Let me get a spoon. Oh, lordy lord. You know, I actually, you made cheesecake. I was almost going to make cheesecake, and then I thought, I'm not going to be able to fit it in the fridge, so I just made a regular cake. I've actually got, can you see that Instapot over there? I've got a chocolate sponge cake cooking in there. Cheesecake always helps. Lordy, lordy, lord. Falkreath, I think, yeah, I think. Cake hype, yeah, well. Do you have a cooking channel or like lifestyle in general, and, you know, how would you do? As I say, it's my first time here. I have checked out a couple of channels on, because I'm a Scrabble player and that's all I play. And there aren't many Scrabblers twitching. So, es mi primerito día. You know, I haven't really used Twitch very much, but so I thought I'd do this. Variety, okay. All right. Oh, drawing. I'll definitely have to check out your channel. Well, it wasn't just watching the Scrabble. I'd also end up playing as well. Like, I'd say, you know, just give the guy the coordinates. I can't remember the name of the channel because he's changed the name now, and he doesn't really play Scrabble anymore. He plays Fallout Guys and stuff like that, which I'm not very interested in, and baseball stuff. Words on stream. Thank you, Perfecto Plexo. It may be of interest to me, indeed. Absolutely. Listen, this is a yogurt, a protein yogurt. You could just have Greek yogurt. This is blue cheese. And I'm putting in 12.5 grams. That, well, 12.5. I'm putting in half of a 25 gram thing. Alright. And this is going to be the weird ingredient. Yeah. That sounds good. Yeah, I will definitely be looking into that. In fact, I need to screenshot. How do I screenshot with this thing? Nope. I'm rubbish with technology. I really am rubbish. Hang on. Right, I'll screenshot this so I can check it out after I've done this. Oh, you bastard, I've lost it now. Well, hang on. Let me just get this back. Yeah, I'm back. Anyway, the cheese is in, the yogurt's in, and this is the weird ingredient that's going to make it taste creamy and not yogurty and sharp. A sodium bicarbonate. Would that be baking soda in the US? Where are you guys from? Yeah, I don't have a computer. I have to use tablet, and that's my mobile phone that's recording on the thing. Just so you know, I am doing this from sunny Spain, Malaga. Only a tiny bit. It's just to stop the sharpness from coming through. Where are you guys from? This is onion powder, because I feel like it. That's about a teaspoon. Garlic salt. Yeah, about a teaspoon as well. Yep, I've been living in Spain for a long time now. 31 years I've lived here, which is basically the very best, you know, the very most of my life. I was born in the UK, thus the accent. And I did do a bit of primary and a bit of secondary school in the UK. But I don't miss it. I really don't. I mean, come on. It's southern Spain, for God's sake. Who's going to miss that? Yeah, community from everywhere, I can imagine. Well, you know, I do feel like it. And maybe sometimes I'll do this without any herbs or spices or anything. But garlic, onion and garlic kind of works with everything. Look, I'm just putting one of these things in. Right, it's time to make some noise, my dears. I'm going to put it on low because otherwise this is going to be, it's going to be mental. Oh, I've got some truffle, a truffle thing in there. Is that going to be too much? The garlic, the onion, the blue cheese and the truffle? What do you reckon? I make another sauce, a truffle sauce, like truffle mayonnaise. I make virtually 0 calorie mayonnaise. I have to do that for you one day. If I keep this up. Is it very noisy? Not enough sunshine in the UK, there never was. Yesterday it was, here the weather was kind of, it was cold in the shade, warm in the sun, that sort of thing. And I said to my boyfriend, that's basically summer in the UK. It's, maybe 3 weeks where it doesn't rain, we'll call that summer. Excuse my fingers. That's perfect. That's good. I think I overdid it with the onions. But they will rehydrate in the thing, and I suspect they'll mellow out. Anyway, so this is going to be really nice with oven fries, I think. Yeah, I could put some more liquid, some water and vinegar I'd put in there to get this to be a salad dressing. But I'm not a salad type of girl. I do like salads, but I don't have to prep for a salad that much. Not that bad noise-wise. Awesome. I wish this would scroll automatically. It doesn't. I have to do it with my fingers. That's what she said. Can I lick the beaters? I'll turn this into a mukbang video. Anyway, I do recommend this one. It is very, very nice. Let me just get a paper towel and clean up the edges a bit. So this is like the yogurt is, I've got the calories. This is under 100 calories per 100 grams. There's something like 80 calories per 100 grams if you're interested in that sort of stuff. Thank you, Epiphany. So it's way less fattening than even, maybe like ketchup. But as I said, the yogurt, bicarbonate of soda, just a tiny dash. If you overdo it with the bicarbonate of soda, it ends up tasting like fizzy. So I wouldn't recommend that. I've got my tablet. Oh bollocks! Can I say that on Twitch? Are you allowed to swear? Do you get amonestations for swearing? So I've got this thing, but I have to manually do the thing because it won't scroll itself. I am allowed to swear. Oh, that's a relief, because it happens, especially in the kitchen. You end up banging your fingers and burning myself, and just being generally clumsy and dropping eggs on the floor and making a pig's ear of everything. So yeah, there will be swearing. Didn't need this, didn't need this, didn't need this either. I have some more. Yeah, help yourself to lunch. What time is it up there? It must be coming up to like midday over there. So, hang on. Oh, right, no, so it's going up to 1 o'clock your end. It's coming up to 2 o'clock our side. I'm going to be making our lunch. Yes, my darling. Dila. My lovely girl. She wants attention. Aww. Dila. I'm going to have to wash my hands now, aren't I? I'm going to say hello. Well, this is Delilah. Delilah, she wanted some attention. She's been annoyed with me today because my partner, he's severely allergic to cats. This is his cat. He has severe allergy to cat, but this is his cat. My cat's over there in the sunshine. And do you want to get down? And so he's got this severe allergy to his own cat. And the guy bought a lotion online, which actually has to go on the cats once a week or every 5 days or so. Let me just wash my hands. And so she just got lotioned today, so she's pretty annoyed. She's not happy with me. Anyway, looks like we're back on speaking terms again. Is he called Fuzzy Boy? Or is that just what you know, a description? Now, I'm going to be making... Actually, I better get a crack on the. I want to make a lasagna as well to have. My job has me out at weird hours, and and I come home ravenous because it's quite physical, and so I like to have. Pusheen, I love Pusheen actually. Plushy, fatty, so cute. Right, where are my spuds? The idea is to have a lot of food prepared because I come home ravenous, and if there's not something decent already made, I'll end up, just eating anything and everything. So I want to make a low-calorie lasagna. I have the ingredients, but I will do that afterwards. I really have to get a going on with the lunch. I'm not really eating until Kingdom Come. So I've got half a chicken. It's going to be a plain roast with spuds. Oopsie daisy. Just plain old roast spuds. About half a kilo of potatoes. I've got to measure out very carefully because I don't have an oven. Not a proper oven. I've got a convection oven. Like, did you see Mr. T's Flavor Wave advert? I love it as seen on the as seen on TV adverts. What are they called? Infomercials. I love infomercials. I don't know why. They just really appeal to me. I think they're so well done. And Mr. T had an oven called the Flavor Wave, and he'd be like, "Oh, darling, they're so tasty, what?" It just cracks me up. You can see it on YouTube if you look for Mr. T and the Flavor Wave, or Mr. T convection oven. So I got one of them, which is basically it's a tabletop thing. It's the same technology as the air fryers. It's exactly the same technology. It's air, convection, and resistance. In this case, it's halogen. It's heat and air. Anyway, that's my oven, and I've also got the microwave there. Which I very recently got. My old one wasn't really working very well. I bought my old one in pesetas, but that means it is pre-Euro. So that was not doing too well. And I got this one, and it's got a crisper tray on it. And I did do a roast chicken and spuds and everything, I think a couple of weeks ago. It was alright. Worked out okay. So this is going to be steamed in the mic and roasted with the chicken. Actually, I'm only doing half a chicken because the house is tiny. I can't speak for phone tablet, but when I check the cog icon on desktop, there's an option for pause chat. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I'll have to check that. I've got sticky hands now. But that's thanks, perfecto. Perfecto flexo. That sounds very Spanish. Where are you from? Right, so, and some water. You know, I don't even bother covering these. This is going to be steamed in the microwave, so I've put like this much water in the thing. And this is going to go in 7 minutes. There's half a kilo of spuds there. Yeah, 7 will be more than enough actually. Oh, I'll get my chicken out now. Right. Microwave. 800 and 7 minutes. I'll say it's a new microwave and I'm not quite on the ball with it just yet. The chicken. Now, I'm going to do it in the crisper oven again. I'm going to do it in the microwave, not the flavour. What do you think? Any pastier British white and you'd be transparent, right? So I've got two choices. I've got the microwave. I'm going to do it in the microwave. It's, I don't know. Should I do it in the microwave or should I do it in Mr. T's Flavour Wave? I'm a gadget fan. I've got a lot of different mixers and blenders and different things that I like to use for different types of cooking. This is my latest acquisition, which is, it's an ice cream maker. Let me see if I can bring this towards and not make a pig's ear of my home studio. Da-da-da. It's the Ninja Creamy. So, basically, I put the liquid, whatever I want to turn into ice cream, fruit or milk or, you know, whatever. I'll put that in the canister. It's a pint canister. And then it's got an arm that comes down, and this basically shaves the living daylights out of the mix. They are killing it. They do have some really good stuff. I'm actually, I want their kettle. I do have their kettle. I think it's about €100 or quid or dollars or whatever, 99 whatevers, but you can set the temperature. Now I've got one where I can select temperature, but it's not quite the right temperatures. It goes to 60 degrees, which is all right because I do instant coffee on 60 degrees, and then it goes all the way up to 90, and I'd like to have an 80 because 80 for me is perfect for tea, and 90 means that I have to put a little bit of cold water or milk if I drink milk. I don't drink milk, but I do. I have almond milk in my cocoa, in hot chocolate, which I make with water. I have like a teaspoon of cocoa, fill that up with hot water, salt. You have to have salt with cocoa. My sweetener. Sometimes I'll put some coffee granules in there or whatever, and then some milk on the top. That's very nice. Yeah, well, I was going to get the kitchen. I was going to get an air fryer, especially that they got that big double basket one. But let me show you my thing, because this is the same thing. I got this. This is the third one I've had now. It's actually, because I've got all the gubbins in there, it's actually glass, all right. And I've got different heights for a high grill, a low grill, and these are things for, you know, mesh things. It's good for like breaded stuff or small things. So, like chips are great here. This is sort of a baskety thing. But this is the same technology. It's got the resistances behind here. This one's a halogen one. I've had ones with a regular resistance before, and there's also like a fan there, so it does circulate all the heat around. That's the Mr. T thing, but this is a knockoff, and I got it for like 15 quid. I got it off of Wallapop. I don't know if you use Wallapop where you guys are. It's at the second-hand market basically, and so the first one I got for a tenner, and I cracked the bowl because you know it is glass after all. But this just got such a larger capacity than an air fryer, and the good thing is that you can see it cooking. You don't have to be opening and closing the drawer with the guesswork that you get with air fryers. I have seen somewhere, I did see a glass air fryer, I think on Amazon. This is where I do all my baking. I don't put all those things away again. What did I do with them? Oh, here. But you know, it couldn't get any simpler. It's a timer and a temperature selector. An ape could run this. So I was going to get an air fryer, and then I didn't bother. I just thought it's you know, I do everything in that little thing, and if the point of an air fryer is to not have to turn the big oven on, well, I don't have a big oven. So, you know, I've got convection, I've got the thing. Right, the Ninja Creamy. Yeah, this is the paddle. It shaves the top of the frozen mix. I'll show you some frozen mix. Because the machine came with 3 pint glasses like this, and oh, you bastard! All right, this is half eaten. I started this yesterday, but because I don't do fat or sugar, like my ice cream isn't cream. It's actually, I either make them with yogurt or sorbets, and this one in particular is made with cream cheese, no fat cream. You know those little Dairy triangles or Laughing Cow triangles? Well, I make most of my ice creams I make with this. Those are my spuds. So they don't stay soft. After I process it, you can eat it, and it's perfect. It is perfect ice cream. But as soon as it goes back in the freezer, it's rock solid again, so I have to process it every time I want to eat some. But to be honest, I normally will eat the whole pint anyway. So this one, the whole pint is 126 calories, because it was 6 cheeses and they're 21 calories each, and water, xanthan gum, xanthan. xanthan gum. I'll stick with xanthan. And water, the xanthan gum, sweetener, and the cheese, and that was it. Yeah, okay. And this is the same, but with cocoa powder in it. It's got a bit of a tumour on top. And the cocoa, it really does make a good creamy chocolate ice cream. I've served it to people and they said they couldn't tell the difference between regular, they really couldn't tell the difference between regular ice cream and this stuff. So good, but bloody expensive. And it had to come from the UK as well. I wanted to get it on Amazon. Perfecto Blake, so what's that cheese thing? Are you calling me cheesy? I like cheesy things, so. Yep, that's soft enough. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me just strain these guys. The steam is scalding. Oh yeah, good. So you can have your own emojis. I am so not wired. I'm really. You know, there's a saying that says everybody's ignorant. We just ignore different things. Well, I am technologically ignorant. Luckily, my guy's IT guy, so he's he sets all this stuff up for me. He's lovely. Very patient because I get frustrated immediately. I'm just going to get my roasting tin. Because I pulled stuff. I wanted the I normally have a lot of stuff, I mean a lot more stuff up on this counter, and I'm just going to give this a rinse. And because of the stream, well, I got rid of sort of like these shells that I've got. Anyway. So I've got a ton of stuff in my living room, which is right over there. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if I'll be an affiliate or a subscriber, but you know, I'm having a laugh with you guys, which is good. Anyway, chicken. I did say it was half a chicken. Oh, this is awful. Hang on. Let's get this back in. Right. So, I don't want to do anything in particular, just salt and pepper. I am going to do it with the skin. I don't like, despite my my being a low fat aficionado, I do like to keep the skin on a roast chicken. But I think I don't know. I think I'll just do salt and pepper. You know, let's get some pepper. Oh, I got this the other day. Have you tried this before? I found this. There's a British supermarket not too far away, and I saw this and it caught my eye. Roast potato seasoning. And it's got semolina in it, so it should be crispier. My mum used to put some cornstarch roughen up the potatoes and then put some cornstarch or just regular flour on it. So I suppose that's the point of the semolina, is to get it crispy like that. Right. Get rid of the wingtip because that will just burn. Mutilate the chicken. Now I keep the skin on, but on the other hand I don't put any oil on meat unless it's like really dry. Good old frog spawn. What's frog spawn? What is a frog spawn? Would that be tadpoles? Right, this is going in. Oh, you bastard. Right, that's going on here. Crisper function. Child locks on. Crisper function. And I put it on for 30 minutes. And it will need another 10 minutes, and I'll do the spuds in those 10 minutes, I think. Tapioca. Is that... Will you all hate me if I tell you that I make lasagna with nacho cheese? I'm going to be building my lasagna now, so you get to see that. You guys are going to have to correct me on the proper etiquette. What did I just do? Oh, okay. You're going to have to help me out with proper etiquette because as you know, I have mentioned, the streaming thing is new to me. It's nacho cheese because it's my cheese. It's nacho cheese. As a meme come to life. That would be for dipping. You know, like it's a dipping cheese, and you dip nachos in it. So nacho cheese. So yeah, you got a nacho. I like to make my own nachos. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to. Is there an exam at the end of etiquette exam, like finishing school? I better wash my hands actually. I've been handling chicken. It's a raw chicken. I'm pretty sure that me coming out of the camera shot is bad etiquette on Twitch. You know, first time since first time. Oh, that's the cake. Do you want to see the cake? What, the nacho cheese? It's nacho cheese. Did I tell you that I was making a cake in my Instapot? It's a knockoff Instapot. I got it for a tenner, second hand. And so, as you know, I don't have an oven, and it's got. I do have a regular pressure cooker, and I'm very accustomed to using it because I make stews and soups and things like that, broths. And this is all in Spanish, so that'll probably mean fuck all to you. But anyway, that means cake, pastel. So, since I don't have a nice oven, I just bake my cakes in here. And this is about 80 calories a slice, this 8-piece. But I started the stream making this. Show us the cake. It's chocolate cake. And when I tell you the base ingredient, you're going to go, yuck. But I promise you it works. It really works. Where's my... I've got to get a thing for this. A little... where are you, bastard? A rack. That was the word I was after. So, you can sit over there, and it's all slippery. Aha! Right. Get rid of this because it's actually in my way and hot. Right. So, low-calorie chocolate cake is low-calorie because it doesn't have fat or sugar in it. It's got some flour, but it's basically egg whites. It's got some egg in it, but it's basically egg whites. And sauerkraut. I promise you, the sauerkraut, it's one of those, yeah, you press the button, it's just like Star Trek. It's like, did you see, I'm not much of a Trekkie, but I do like Red Dwarf, and there was a scene in Red Dwarf where he threw in, it was Lister, said he wanted a curry, and he just basically threw in some chicken madras or something and squirted in a tube of tomato paste all over the place, threw in a lemon, then closed the door, went beep, and out comes this beautiful chicken madras or vindaloo. Vindaloo, that was his thing. Right, sauerkraut is pickled cabbage, my friend. It's the sort of thing you'd have with the German hot dog. You see the sausages there. And, well, with the avocado, that makes sense. It's mild tasting, it's fatty, so it gives you that nice, you know. But the sauerkraut, I'll tell you what, you have to wait for it to cool down because you can smell the sauerkraut. You can smell the cabbage at the moment because it's fresh out of the oven, but as soon as it's cooled down, it's just a really tasty chocolate cake. There's something, the vegetable flavour disappears, and I've made a lot of vegetable based cakes, and some of them, you know, there's hit and miss. Like there's a really popular one is with, what's it called? Courgettes, zucchini, they call them now. Used to be marrows. Anyway, squash based. It doesn't really work for me. I have found that pumpkin works very well and butternut squash works very well. But for chocolate cake, you want to go sauerkraut because there's something with the sourness, the saltiness, the sharpness works really well with the cocoa. It just sort of like, it brings out the flavour. So I do recommend having a go. It is worth having a go. Like I've used For this cake, there's 100 grams of this, 200 grams of egg, so that was like an egg, 50 grams, and 100 of egg whites, because I'm trying to cut out too much fat and sugar and stuff, so I use more egg whites than eggs. And there's 110 grams of flour cocoa, and depending how strong I want it, I'll just put in more flour or more cocoa. Like Emily said, it's whatever I feel like. So have you had a nice courgette cake? It was alright, but I didn't do it again. Not my favourite base. Same as apples. Apples work very nice as a base when you have oats, when you're using oat flour. I find that it works very nice, but not with regular flour. I didn't find, maybe apple sauce, but not as, like fresh apples, which I like to use that. Oh, well, the beetroot, it was probably like a red velvet kind of, it probably looks really, really nice. But I don't know because anything with beetroot in it just tastes earthy to me. It tastes like soil. So I probably wouldn't try it either. I mean, I'd have it if, if you asked me around for a cup of tea and a slice of beetroot cake, yeah, I'll come and I'll be delighted. But I won't be making it at home myself. Really, beetroot brownies. But does it taste earthy, Emily? Or does it work? Does a person that doesn't like beetroot, because I'm not mad on sauerkraut, it just works in the baking. I'll have a little bit, a tiny bit, with something else. It does. Okay. Well, there's this interesting. That is definitely interesting. Let me show you a cake that I made. It looks awful, but it tastes so good. And it's same mix, which is 200 grams of egg and 110 grams of powdered. And I threw in about 100 grams of raspberries, and the colour's awful, but it is so yummy and tangy. It looks like Angel Delight or something like that. In fact, if I turn it over, it might look nice. It looks awful. It wants frosting or something, it wants covering up. But it is so good. I really do recommend this one. Just 100 grams of fresh raspberries in your regular mix. A lot of seeds though. I might puree and filter out the seeds next time. But I don't use sugar either. I use Cancer in a Bottle, my saccharin. This is what I use in most of my cooking. Also in the ice creams. Oh, thank you, Epiphany. It was lovely speaking with you. Thanks for being around. Right, the cake can sit over here. I'm going to make lasagna. So, I'm just going to put some water on. I put the kettle on because I've got, what are they called? Those instant pasta things? They're not instant. Well, you're supposed to not have to cook them. Though, to be honest, lasagna sheets, I think if you put enough liquid in the sauce, it normally just cooks itself in the oven. But these lasagna sheets need to be sitting in hot water for 10 minutes, so I'll get those first. I'm going to be making 2 services because my dish is so small, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll be using 5 flats. I only was in here 14, I used 5 the other day, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, well I'm going to use 5 plaques, which is about 100 grams of pasta. And I'm going to put them like this so the water gets all the way around. Do you get this type of pasta in the UK? When you just sort of let it sit in hot water and then it is done? Or is that just something that they do here? Right. I already prepped this yesterday. This is shredded turkey. So oh, it's perfect. I was leaving us. All right, it was lovely speaking to you. Stay out the sun. Don't want to burn. Yeah, just regular lasagna sheets, but these are ones that you're supposed to soak first. And then it's sort of done. It's like parboiled pasta. Right. So they got to sit in hot water for, I think it said 10 minutes on the packet. Poor love. This new race of humans developed for shade and shade only, bad weather. So shredded turkey breast. So basically I put the huge turkey breast like this, stuck it in the Instapot with broth. And I put a few I put in some sesame oil, and it's given it a nice nuttiness to it. I think some garlic went in, a little bit of wine. Anyway, whatever I feel like. And so that went in the Instapot in the pressure cooker for about half an hour or something like that. And then I got the beaters to it. So I don't have to shred by hand, I just, stick the, and it shreds nicely. So I use this in all sorts of stuff. Actually, that was my breakfast this morning, was a turkey sandwich. I had turkey, missing half of this tomato, cheese triangle. Anyway, this can sit out and do its thing. Well, the chicken's starting to smell nice. So, do I want a chopping board or do I want to blitz this? No, I'm going to make it chopped. No, I'm going to blitz it. I'll make some noise. Now, until recently I had a nice chopper, nice vegetable chopper, which I used for everything, all the time, and I didn't drop it. I don't know why, it just decided to fall apart on me. It just smashed. I don't remember banging it anywhere. Anyway, a week ago, Secotech said they'd send me a replacement bowl for a tenner. And I'm concerned that the same thing is going to happen again, because it seemed to me like a bit of a defect. Oh, I haven't had Indian food in ages. What would you think of, I mean, would this be a sin to do? No, I'm not. I've got a jar of tikka masala. When I'm reading about Indian food, I've got a jar of tikka masala under the in the cupboard. Turkey tikka masala lasagna. Charlotte's. It's not real curry. Oh no. Anyway, hopefully this will come soon because I chopped everything in there. And I've made the cakes in this thing as well. Anyway, so I do actually have a sauce knocking around. Tomato sauce, that is. So I'm not going to use all the tomatoes, just a little bit of the onion as well. But I've got my bin down here. There you go. But I wouldn't have to do all this previous chopping with my if the bowl thing wasn't cracked. I did like that one. 3 tomatoes will be enough. This one's nice and ripe. Oh, I don't know. I have been thinking, you know, I've got some roti bread in the freezer. And I normally use these as pizza bases to make, you know, low-calorie pizzas, and I use protein cheese and what have you. But you know, I could do the curry thing with some of the shredded turkey and just like wraps. You know, like have a kebabby sort of type thing. I don't know about the lasagna. I know, I kind of regretted it as soon as I was saying it out loud. Anyway, I'm going to make some noise. Make some noise! And I'm going to put a little bit of fresh onion in there, but not too much. I don't want it to taste very oniony, and I don't feel like frying onions. Definitely want a bit of garlic, that is for sure. Where have I got my garlic? Is that in here? Yes. My last clove of garlic. And tomorrow the shops are open again, but I'm working all day tomorrow. Like dawn till dusk. So I could ask Alex, he's my fella, I could ask him to go to the supermarket for me and get some garlic. Because I do want to make some garlic mayonnaise as well. Right. Actually, just force that in. There we go. Right. Let me just check that there aren't any big chunks of garlic or onion. No. Okie doke. Now I've got some tomato sauces and I'm going to decide which one I want. This one. This is actually tomate frito. Now tomate frito means fried tomatoes, and it tastes very similar to condensed tomato soup, just without the dairy sort of flavour in there. You know, it doesn't taste creamy, but it's very similar in flavour. But here in Spain we use that. We use it very, very much in pasta cooking. Could just use ketchup. It's about half. Right, definitely want some salt and some oregano. I've got smoked paprika, that's going in. Albahaca. What's this called in English? Albahaca. Basil. Would that be it? Basil? I think it's basil. I don't put too much in because I do find it overpowering. I did say before, this is going to be a lasagna with nacho cheese. Let's get some smokiness in here. Now I say paprika, but this is pimentón, is the Spanish version of paprika. Yes, it's basically milled peppers. Alright, they're dried and pulverized, and it's smoked, and it's sweet. But it's got a, what's it called? Denominación de origen. It's got like a protective origin, so you can't call any type of paprika, you can't call it pimentón de la vera. It's like Parmesan cheese. You can only, what would you call that in English? I do know something about origin, something like that. That'll do. Right. So, my pasta should be drain worthy. As in to drain it, not throw it down the drain. So yeah, the pasta's been sitting in the warm water, in the hot water for a while, and now it's almost done, basically. I do want to measure out how much meat I'm putting in so I can keep track of my calories. I use this type of meat very frequently, actually. It's just so convenient to have it like that. I made sloppy joes the other day with this. Very nice. Right, 150. I need a spoon. As in another spoon. I keep on doing that. Using it and throwing it in the sink. Right. Could I do better with the angle? I mean, I don't have like shelves to put. Basically, you know, the only shelves I've got are holding the camera and the lamp up. But do you think I could do better in this space as far as filming and lighting is concerned? Right. Turkey lasagna. The other day I did, as I said, to do this in the pressure cooker, and I did a turkey breast and beef cheek, which is a really tender, juicy cut of meat. I mean, you got to stew the living daylights out of it, but it just really is that kind of fall apart, and it's gelatinous and it's very, very rich. I made a lasagna with that the other day. It was so good. Same sort of thing, same sort of recipe. There's your nacho cheese. And I want some, I want to water it down. But this is going to be, instead of white sauce, I use this, and it's not actually, now they sell ready-made white sauce in the supermarket, and it's like twice the calories of nacho cheese. This is 130 calories per 100 grams, which as far as sauces go, is very, very low, you know. And plus I'm going to water it down a bit anyway. It works out for me. Okay, now before I continue, let me see how this chicken's doing. That's just beeped. Right. The chicken is speaking. It has something to say. Yes, I heard you, I heard you. Okay. Right. I'll keep the heat on. I throw my potatoes in. If I can fit them around here like that. Oh, I was gonna, right, I've got this frog spawn. So it's semolina, salt, onion, black pepper, rosemary, white pepper, rosemary. I hate white pepper, it smells like poo. Rosemary powder and thyme. I hope it doesn't have too much white pepper in it. Nah, it smells rosemary. So, storage, just any instructions, just throw them on. I like the rosemary, that sounds good. Oh, don't worry, I'm just throwing out the questions there. And if anybody wants to reply, then awesome. And if you're busy, be busy, you know. Right. So I did my spuds before. This hasn't got a shaker thing. Hopefully this is still damp enough to hold, because I did do these spuds a while back. Oh. I am actually going to be putting some spray oil onto this too, because the chicken hasn't dropped too much oil actually. Okay, I do love spray oil, but it just gets everywhere. So I'm going to do my very best to keep it in the bag. Okay, only made a little bit of a mess. And I'll kind of try and get that rich gooiness from the bottom of the pan. Oh no! Don't want to scratch my new pan. Okay. Yep. Right. So, 15 minutes. I'm going to finish building my lasagna and I'm going to get the veggies going. Crisp. 12 minutes. Let's see what happens. It does, the instructions actually on this crisper microwave high-end thing, the instructions are way off as far as cooking times are concerned. I don't know if it's because of the power supply, maybe that I'm gonna have to. I've got oil on the floor. I hate those spray things. I mean, they're really good, but at the same time, they make a mess. Anyway, after cooking, I'll just get the robot to do the cleaning. That was actually the best. I am a gadget fiend, but the best purchase I've ever made is definitely, as far as gadgets are concerned, definitely the floor cleaning robot thing. A Roomba. It's not a Roomba, it's another brand. Roborock, which I believe is Xiaomi. I think it's a sister company of Xiaomi. Nacho Cheese. So this is like 250 grams, I think, or 230. 250 and half of it's going in. Not even half. Oh man, I love this particular brand of nacho cheese, is so good. And I'm gonna bring it down with some liquid. This is evaporated milk. About 50 ml, yep. And instead of white sauce, I'm going to use this. There's several lurkers here. Hello out there to all you lurkies. I'm delighted to have you people here because, as I say, I'm brand new at this. And never streamed before. Actually, no, that's absolute bullshit. I have streamed before, but definitely not something personal and cooking. I've streamed. I'm a musician, and I've actually streamed a rehearsal once, but it's not quite the same. There's not quite, you know. I'm used to doing that. I'm used to performing live. That's my job. So I'm very used to doing that. But this is kind of getting all up close and personal for me. Right. This is my turkey and tomato mix. This I'm just going to be. I'm not going to actually put this in the oven, or my closest thing you could call an oven in my case. I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm just going to be, but I will show you what it turns out like on a future stream, perhaps on social media. I'll tell you what, I'm actually quite rubbish at like Instagram. It bores me to tears. It's like, look at me, look what I've done. Oh wow, this looks brilliant in this light. Don't I look pretty in this light? And I can't stand Instagram, to be honest. I do like Facebook. It's probably an age thing. I was 41 last week, and Facebook is definitely in my age group kind of thing. Mine and my parents. But I find the thing is with Facebook, you share different types of things. It's news and I don't know, all sorts of other things. Instagram is just your own content, and that is the end of that. And I just don't agree with it too much. I find it to be an incomplete social network, Instagram. And although I do have my channel, my profile, or whatever you call it, on Instagram. I've got two. I've got one for the music stuff, which is where I put, all the gigs that I'm going to be playing. At the beginning of the week, I say, right, I'll be here, 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 and here, doing whatever. And then I've got another one which is about my weight loss journey. All this talk about calories and stuff, that's kind of been happening with me since 2018. I used to weigh about 5 stone more than I weigh now, for all my life really. Like, this is a new me. Nacho cheese. So yeah, you've seen that? Was that out of shot? Anyway, that's 5 layers of lasagna and this in the middle. And on top is the rest of the nacho cheese. I put some on the very bottom, like you'd do with white sauce with bechamel. You'd do with a regular lasagna. And on the final layer, you got it on the top and on the bottom. And I am going to throw in a bit of, what's it called? I've got some protein cheese that I'm going to throw on top as well, just to give it a bit of a crust. Okie doke. Licking my fingers. Right. I better get cracking with those vegetables. Some carrots. Peas and carrots. Ah, cheese. I did say I put some cheese on there. So I'm sure you can get this anywhere in the UK, but this is kind of like brand new here in Spain. And it's a game changer as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to put about 20 grams on top. 25. It wasn't grated, I just, it was a big block and I grated it and keep it here on hand. I do like to prep when I can. As I say, I'm out of the house a lot. So anyway, my lasagna. It looks nicer on this side. Gonna wrap her up. And that will be ready for roasting. Now we see if I can find a space in the fridge for it. Da, 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 da. Oh dear. That will do here. Now, today's prepping and what have you, but I will be doing another stream, and I will be making some extremely low calorie Nutella, chocolate and hazelnut, and it really works. It really works. I was like, because I'm scared of doing this stuff, but I was thinking of going into partnership with somebody I know that makes ice cream and like pitching the idea of actually commercializing this recipe. But you know that I get cold feet. I'm like, even like this streaming business, like my boyfriend's been after me for ages trying to get me to do some streaming with the cooking. I'm posting my recipes and stuff. Today I'm making some pretty standard stuff. Well, maybe not. Like the chocolate cake wasn't that standard. Or the, you know, I do have some funny things that you wouldn't think of. And they work. And they really work. And I've been having cold feet about doing this for ages, because despite being a performer and I'm very comfortable on the stage, it's inversely proportional to how comfortable I am in front of a camera, because I am not at all I'm a bit camera shy, to be honest. But anyway, it's fun. It's good for me. It's good for me to get used to cameras as well. To be honest, I've never been comfortable. I've been on TV shows and stuff. I'm not famous. I'm just like around and in the mix, you know. And I've always felt uncomfortable in TV studios and stuff, and even recording just the music, like live and brilliant. In a recording studio, I get tense, and then I don't. My performance isn't as good. At least, not for me, it isn't. And I do have to do a lot of takes to get it right. Anyway, with one of my bands, we're going to be releasing very, very soon. We've got to do the video clip, but we've got the music sorted, and a cover of Lost on You by LP, which is it's really cool. It's a duet, because we're two singers in that band in particular, a tenor, male, and myself, I'm an alto. And I will be posting that on social media and what have you. Chicken and potatoes are beeping. I haven't done the vegetables, I'm yapping. I'm yapping and japping. Right, this can go there, this can go there. This has to go back there. Let's do some carrots. Okie dokie. give the potatoes another 3.5 minutes. I like them to be particularly crispy. Actually, I could have smashed them a bit. I'll make them really crispy. Never mind. Great. So, now I know that there's you're not allowed to use music because of copyright issues here on Twitch, but would that apply to that LP song that I'm saying, you know, to a cover version that of my own? Is there some sort of fair... Oh, thank you. Let's hope I don't flake out. Because I do want to do, I want to do one with the ice cream, I want to do the Nutella, I want to do my extremely low calorie mayonnaise, the stuff that people miss when they're dieting. You know, deprived bits. I imagine I'll be able to play my own music, my own covers of... I know in YouTube you can get into trouble despite it being a cover. Like this happened with John Tron. I don't know if you watch John Tron. He's an awesome YouTuber. He's so funny. And yesterday I was watching a Tim Minchin video, and he interrupted he voiced over, he was, you know, voicing off, and apparently during one of his performances he started doing I Will Always Love You parody, you know, Dolly Parton version he was doing. It's a song, if you like Tim Minchin, it's the one that goes, fuck, I love boobs though. And if you don't know Tim Minchin, don't let that silliness make you think that they're silly songs. He is so witty, like beyond belief witty. He's a very clever lyricist, and the music is just something else. Like he's a pianist. He's a very accomplished, very talented pianist. But he had to voice over his own version of I Will Always Love You because YouTube and copyright issues. And I'm like, is that fair, really? You know, I thought there was some sort of fair use act and something for, you know, comedy and parody and all that. Right, carrots are on. And I'll throw the peas in the same liquid at the last minute. I'm not putting any salt in the water because I'll be using the vegetable water to make the gravy. Instant gravy. Nothing exciting, I'm afraid. Let's see how this chicken is done. I'm going to put some things away. It's very cluttered out here. And the fridge is getting fuller and fuller. Do. And I'm looking forward to dinner. I'm starving. Normally, here in Spain, main meal is this time of day. It's the midday meal. It'd be something like between 2 and 3. And it is now 3 p.m. here, and we normally have dinner at 2, you know, lunch, almuerzo that's called, and so we're late on our main meal. and it's getting pretty hungry around here. This is what I was after. So, come on, Marge. Let's get the chicken. Oh, you bastard, don't drop. Okay. Well, I think that will do nicely. So I can sit there and rest for a while until the carrots are done. You just toss these around in the oil, get them soaked on all sides. Well, not oil, it's chicken fat, that's all there is. There's no extra fat in here. To be honest, I mean, do you guys normally put oil in the pan when you do meats and stuff? Because I find it just oils itself. Unless it's completely lean. Yeah, what do you reckon? Not bad for a microwave. Anyway, my carrots are on the thing, and I'll be throwing in some peas, and you've seen that we've got chocolate cake for dessert, or maybe tea, because there is a lot of food today for two of us. It's a pretty large chicken, like as just about a kilo there. That's like almost 2 pounds of chicken there, which is plenty for two, definitely. Two ravenous people like ourselves. And plus we're not light eaters, we do like our food. Let me get this looking nice. Buckle of boobs though, just really love them. Doobity-da-da. Good, the carrots are starting to boil. We're going to be having dinner in 7 minutes. Just as well I put a ton of carrots. I barely have any garden peas left. Sounds like peas for one here. That will have to do. That's all we got. So right, carrots are boiling. Root vegetables, you put them in on cold water, and these are just going to go straight on the top. And we're going to be having dinner. I can't believe there's still 7 accounts still here. That's awesome, thank you so much. I'm glad you raided me on my first day. Right, I need some plates. for dishing up. And I better do some carving. This has been sitting around for not quite 10 minutes, but definitely more than 5. So, do some chicken carving. Do-do-ba. Right. Doesn't matter how many times I carve chicken, I still get intimidated by the bust. Every time. Still like, oh, I don't know where to start. Right. That was simple enough. And it broke itself there. Oh, where's the little bendy bit? There she is. Right. We have a thigh, a drumstick. And this is the hard bit for me, is getting the wing off the breast. Because my partner will only have breast really. So I've got to get the other bits off. There you go. There's the wing. I'll only have breast, no skin, no bones. So, you know, because I don't want to see a load of meat thrown away in the bin, I'll just carve it. I'll carve it for him, which he appreciates very much. Oh, it is dropping some juices. That's not bad for microwave chicken. Not bad at all. Right, how long have that been streaming for? It doesn't say, does it? Does it say what time? I can't see this anywhere. Well, once I've finished the stream, I'm sure it will say how long I've been here. Must have been here for at least 2.5 hours, I'd say. Something like that. Fuck, I love boobs though. Just really love them. Seriously, Tim Minchin is worth a search. Really underrated, has a lot smaller following than he should have. That guy. Right. So, there'll be plenty of breast meat there. Let's get some potatoes. Oh, okay. In past broadcast. Okay, I'll check that out. Just, you know, out of interest. How long have I been on it? Right. Let's make some gravy. Gravy, gravy. Give me what else to do. That's not the song, is it? No, not yet. Still a couple of minutes left on the carrots. I want to use the water from the vegetables. So I'm going to put the light on now. I didn't want to put the kitchen light on because I was using the that light donut ring thing that comes with this mobile stand. I'm going to serve my own plate. I'm starting to feel strained in the eyes at this point. The big one or the little one. And I am going to have thigh, which is by far my favourite piece. So, ese pollo. 2 horas. 1 hora 58 minutos. So that's 1 hour 58 minutes. Okay. That's my fella there. There's chicken, potatoes, peas, carrots, and gravy. Alejandro?
Okay.
Didn't hear a word I said. Okay, I was just saying what there's for dinner.
Fantástico.
Chicken, roast potatoes, vegetables.
En España se dice
Pollo con papas. Pollo con papas.
se dice así, lo puedo escuchar.
Qué hambre viejo. Right, let me see if these carrots are ready. Yep, that will do. Okay, so carrots and peas. Get out there, you bugger. Now, unfortunately, I won't be using the bottom of the roasting pan, which is always so nice. But that's kind of a lifestyle choice, not to use the bottom of the, all the tasty bits, because that's where all the fat is. So, love it and leave it. Those are my noisy neighbours. Right. So as I said before, we have cake and ice cream for dessert. Roast chicken and gravy and trimmings. For dinner. And I made my lasagna, and I've made some cheese sauce. I've done a bit of prep for the week. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for raiding my channel, and I hope to see you again next time. So anyway, I know you're you're lurking and probably in the background, but my dinner's getting cold. So as I said, thanks for being around. It's lovely speaking to you guys, and I will check into your channel later, Emily. Thanks a lot. Ciao, ciao. Adios.